What was it that initially attracted you to this brilliantly British film?
Brilliantly British, well spoken. What was it? The story, of course, the story. Anybody would fall in love with that story. It's a great story. It's a story of hope for, older people. Couldn't be better. You mean there's always an adventure around the corner. You never know what's going to happen. Don't give up. I love it. And set in the perfect setting. I mean, that's beautiful. Hampstead is beautiful.
Director Joel Hopkins said that you and Brendan Gleeson approach the film...
Different.
Yeah, differently.
Very different.
How did you manage to marry the two together to create such authentic
Just because,
chemistry?
this Brendan Gleeson guy is a big bear of a man, and he's just got a big old heart. So he managed to struggle through, working with me, a person who's never quite right, doesn't quite do it right, can't really repeat anything the same, has a few issues, a looser kind of an actor, if you even want to call it acting. I don't even know what it is. But I loved the story, and I loved him. It was so easy, and I loved the other cast. Lesley, she's really, really great, and Simon Callow, and, it is just a very good cast.
Your character, Emily, finds herself in financial difficulty after her husband's death. And I wondered, what do you think she would say to her younger self so that she wouldn't end up in the same position?
I don't think that she was capable of facing these things. I think that she hadn't been educated enough to know that you need to be brave and honest. I mean, she was a liar, and she's stealing money, basically, when she's not paying it back. Let's put it that way. If you borrow money from someone, you're supposed to pay them back, and she pays them back by pretending to be a friend to Lesley Manville, and she's not. She's not really a friend, and she's doing things she doesn't want to do in order to get by and get through all this without, owning up and fessing up to the truth about her predicament. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that happens to a lot of us.
And we mentioned the beautiful setting, and it's such an iconic part of London, and I wondered what shooting on location brought to this project.
Oh, it made it come to life, of course. You don't want to do this on a set. You want to do it there in this very authentic atmosphere and that wild, the wonder of that park. Hampstead is filled with magic to me. And so, he did it right. Our director, Joel, did it right.
And you've had such an illustrious career, and you've worked with some incredible actors over the years. And you've recently celebrated the 45th anniversary for The Godfather with them.
Yeah.
And I wondered if there was a character or a film that you'd like to go back and revisit.
A character or a film that I'd like to go back and revisit? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't like to go back and revisit Annie Hall, but without Annie Hall, I'd never be here at all. So that's the one I'd like to be saying that I'm so grateful for. I don't really want to revisit any of them. I did them. But just to revisit the past and the great gift that I got from Annie Hall. I mean, it made the difference in my life completely, more than anything.
And you've performed a few songs in your films, and one of my favourites is at the end of the First Wives Club with Bette Midler.
You Don't Own Me?
Yes.
Oh, was that brilliant? Was that a brilliant choice?
Yeah. It was amazing. And I read that you might be reuniting with the two of them.
I wish, because, there's always someone saying, well, we're going to do another one, and nothing ever comes of it ever. Not my fault.
Oh, that's a shame.
Isn't it a shame? Seriously, maybe we should do another one. Why don't you write it and, make it happen?
I'll give it a go.
Okay.
Diane Keaton, thank you so much.
I really appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey